African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 25th of May, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. On African Liberation Day, units of the North Group of Forces continue advancing to the depth of the enemy's defenses. Losses were inflicted on manpower and hardware of the Armed Forces of Ukraine 57th Motorized Infantry Brigade and 82nd Air Assault Brigade near Arkhangelskoye and Bashkievka, Kharkov region. Two counterattacks of the enemy were repelled near Volchansk and Globokoye, Kharkov region. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 220 Ukrainian troops and 3 motor vehicles. In the course of counter-battery warfare, one German-made 155mm Panzerhaubitze 2000 self-propelled artillery system, two 152mm D-20 howitzers, one 122mm Vostok self-propelled artillery system, two 122mm D-30 howitzers, one 100mm MT-12 Raptor anti-tank gun, as well as one Czech-made Vampire MLRS and one Grad MLRS were neutralized. Units of the West Group of Forces took more advantageous lines and inflicted losses on formations of the Armed Forces of Ukraine 241st Territorial Defense Brigade near Stepovaya Novosilovka, Kharkov region. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 210 Ukrainian troops, 2 armored fighting vehicles, and 3 motor vehicles. In the course of counter-battery warfare, one 152mm D-20 howitzer, one 122mm Vostok self-propelled artillery system, and one 122mm D-30 howitzer were neutralized. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved the tactical situation along the front line and inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of the Armed Forces of Ukraine's 79th Air Assault Brigade and 116th Territorial Defense Brigade near Ostroy and Konstantinovka, Donetsk People's Republic. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to more than 475 Ukrainian troops, 2 armored fighting vehicles, and 5 motor vehicles. In the course of counter-battery warfare, one UK-made 155mm FH-70 towed howitzer, one 152mm D-20 howitzer, two 152mm Mstabi howitzers, one 122mm D-30 howitzer, and one US-made 105mm M119 howitzer were neutralized. 2 Armed Forces of Ukraine ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces liberated Arkhangelskoye. Losses were inflicted on formations of the Armed Forces of Ukraine 24th, 100th Mechanized Brigades, 25th Airborne Brigade, and 241st Territorial Defense Brigade near Novosilovka Pervaya, Yasnoborodovka, Zelianoypol, Toretsk, and Konstantinovka, Donetsk People's Republic. 3 counterattacks launched by assault detachments of the Armed Forces of Ukraine 142th, 144th Infantry Brigades, and 47th Mechanized Brigade were repelled near Shumy, Netelovo, and Solovayovo, Donetsk People's Republic. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 410 Ukrainian troops, 3 armored fighting vehicles, and 2 motor vehicles. In the course of counter-battery warfare, one 155mm M777 howitzer, one 152mm Jyotsinb howitzer, one 152mm Akatsia self-propelled artillery system, one 152mm D-20 howitzer, one 152mm Mstabi howitzer, 3 122mm D-30 howitzers, and one US-made 105mm M102 howitzer were neutralized. Units of the Vostok Group of Forces took more advantageous lines and inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of the Armed Forces of Ukraine 116th Mechanized Brigade, 102nd, and 128th Territorial Defense Brigades near Antonovka, Vodyanoye, Storozivoye, Donetsk People's Republic, and Galaipol, Zaporizhzhia region. One counterattack launched by an assault detachment of the Armed Forces of Ukraine's 72nd Mechanized Brigade was repelled near Vladimirovka, Donetsk People's Republic. The armed forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 120 Ukrainian troops, 5 motor vehicles, 2 122mm Vostok self-propelled artillery systems, 1 US-made 105mm M119 howitzer, and 1 Bukovel-80 electronic warfare station. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of the Armed Forces of Ukraine 35th Marines Brigade and 123rd Territorial Defense Brigade near Tyazhinka, Kherson region, and the Borshevoy Island. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses amounted to up to 50 Ukrainian troops, 3 motor vehicles, 1 US-made 155mm M777 howitzer, and 1 152mm D20 howitzer. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the Russian groups of forces wiped out 1 temporary deployment area of foreign mercenaries, as well as engaged manpower and hardware clusters in 113 areas during the day. Air defense units shot down 25 unmanned aerial vehicles, 1 French-made Hammer guided aerial bomb, and 3 US-made HARM anti-radiation missiles. In total, 603 airplanes and 274 helicopters, 24,615 unmanned aerial vehicles, 524 air defense missile systems, 16,156 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,313 combat vehicles equipped with MLRS, 9,832 field artillery cannons and mortars, as well as 21,987 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.